The last 2 months I've been training to get faster, trying to incorporate all kinds of different things in my training to give me an advantage and try and run a half marathon under an hour and 30 minutes. Now last Sunday, it was finally race day, but the race got canceled.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
No! Weather code yellow for a big storm on Sunday, and I completely understand why the organization decided not to put the runners and everybody else at risk and cancel the race. That being said, I was completely bummed out.
Man, that sucks!
I woke up completely energized and ready to go. I had all my race gear laid out, and then the messages started coming in. 2 months of training, trying to get faster, making videos around this topic and around this race, drinking beet juice, and now there was no race. So without a race to film, I figured I would tell you a little bit about the cancellation. But on Sunday, I just wasn't up to it. I just didn't feel like it anymore. I knew a lot of people that were going to be there, and I had some fun things planned for the video. I was ready and pumped to try and reach my goal, and that all just unraveled. I was so bummed out that I ended up not feeling like doing anything, not doing anything. I just watched Rogue One in 3D.
Although there's a problem on the horizon. There's no horizon.
Okay, so I'm ready to pick it up again now. I've been looking at other races to see if maybe I can enter somewhere else. The thing is, I picked the CPC half marathon for a reason. The conditions of that race are the best for my attempt in running the half marathon under an hour and 30 minutes. Now there is the marathon in Rotterdam, and they also have a half marathon there. I didn't want to enter there because I'm not planning on running the marathon there, but in the future I would like to run the marathon in Rotterdam. And because I kind of want the course to be fresh and not have run half the course already, I kind of didn't want to do the half there. But I figured now I didn't really have a choice, so I'd run the half marathon there. But then I found out that the weekend that the marathon is on, I'm traveling, so I can't run in Rotterdam. Most other races don't have a fast course like the CPC. Now, out of the 13 fastest Dutch runners, 7 of them ran their PR in The Hague. It's just a faster course. There are a couple of other races that are a bit further away, so that's not too convenient because I have to travel before. I don't like to race on a Saturday. I prefer a Sunday race because that way it just works out better with work and I can show up well rested for the race. Also, I like the idea of running with the pace group this time. It would keep me going in the right pace, but also it would start me off at the race at a good pace and not too fast, because I tend to start off too fast at the beginning of the race. The other races, they don't have pace groups for 1:30. They have pace groups for 1:35 or 1:40 being the fastest pace groups. Now the CPC goes straight through the center of The Hague, and throughout the entire course there's spectators everywhere. That is something that would give you an extra boost during the race. Now a lot of the other races are through countrysides or long quiet areas, and you would miss the crowds there. So between that and the not having the pace group, all the pacing and all the motivation for the race would have to come from myself, which is a lot harder and another advantage that the CPC had. For most of the races that I think might be a possibility for me to run it, they're all mostly in the end of May. Now, on one hand, that gives me a lot of extra time to train. On the other hand, it is getting very close to that marathon in South Africa that I'm running in June. So I don't really want to burn myself out and be training for that. I need to focus on my marathon training. I don't want to injure myself, and I don't want to have to recover from a race that I ran too fast or that I gave my everything for, and then make it harder on myself for the marathon in South Africa. I set out to run a half marathon under an hour and 30 minutes. And last Sunday, I was ready to give it a shot. And even under the best conditions, which I thought the CPC had, it was always going to be a very tough task. If I pick a different race now, with less favorable conditions, it is only going to be harder. Now this weekend, I was ready to give it a shot, and I actually felt like I might be able to do it. And even if I wouldn't have done it, if I would have failed, that really would have been fine too. I just wanted to give it my best shot and see if I could make it, and see if the 2 months of hard training paid off. Now, I need to figure out what I'm going to do, if I'm going to try it somewhere else, or if I'm just going to focus on my marathon training. So I guess for now, this is to be continued. And until then, get out there and run.